Hello, welcome to my channel Debt Free Me. My name is Yana. I'm a 34-year-old mom and wife, and I'm on a debt-free journey. In today's video, I'm going to be closing out my November spending plan. If you are new here, I am a salary employee and I only get paid once a month. So let's go ahead and see how I spent my November's paycheck. I'm going to go ahead and start with my income. And so I budgeted my paycheck, which I did bring in the $5,846.00. My husband sent over $400 to me, which he do every month. Disclaimer, me and my husband do not share finances, and I also do not own this Google spreadsheet. I actually brought this from a YouTuber from this budgeting community. So in total, I did bring in $6,246. So for my remaining budget, I had $50 left over as a buffer. But as you can see, for my remaining actual, I had $101.43 left over. So one of the things I do like about this spreadsheet is the pie charts. So this pie chart is my budget income breakdown. So what I budgeted, and then this pie chart is my actual income. So what I actually spent. For my budget income breakdown, 22.6% was going to go towards debt, 5.1% was going to go to my savings, and 38.3% of my money was going towards expenses, and then my bills were going to get 34%. My actual breakdown was my debt got 22.8%, my savings got a little bit more, coming in at 5.9%. My expenses was 38.7%, and my bills came in at 32.6%. So that means that my savings got a little bit more love than what I budgeted, and my bills were actually a little bit cheaper than what I budgeted. And this is just my savings actual income. So I had 54%, 54.8% go to my high yield savings account, and then 45.2% goes to my daughter high yield savings account. All right, in my bills category, the first thing I paid was rent, and it came a little under the $1,500, so I paid $1,475.97. For my energy bill, it came in under the $200 at $126.79. For my Nana's mortgage, that did come in at $31. So for a little background, my nephew lived in my Nana's home and he pays the mortgage, but there was a little bit of an increase, and so I've chosen to pay that difference so he won't have to. For my life insurance, I paid $54.70. For my Amazon, I paid $16.11, and for my laybys for worship, I did put that $300 aside. For my budgeted for bills, I budgeted $2,106, but what I actually spent was $2,004.57. Now for my expenses, I am not going to go through this because I have been tracking my daily spending mainly from these accounts every day for the past month. If you would like a detailed breakdown, please go watch my day 31 of my final day of me tracking my daily expenses. So I want to say that I will not be making daily videos of tracking my daily spending because my birthday is coming up in the month of December. It's also a big holiday month, which is Christmas. And then also my daughter has her ballet show that's coming up. So I'm going to actually be pretty busy, especially for the first 2 weeks of this month. So I will not have time to do that. However, I do plan on tracking my daily spending, and I will do weekly spending tracking, but I just cannot do daily for this time being. All right, for my savings, for my daughter high yield savings account, I budgeted $115, but I actually put $165 in her account. And the reason why is because my husband sent that $400 over. Out of that $400, I took $350 of that and put it towards my daughter's school trip. And then that remaining 50, I went ahead and put it in her high yield savings account. And for my high yield savings account, I did put $200 in that account. I skip over investments. I do not have any investments outside of my retirement fund, and I would really like to get out of debt before focusing on this part of the spreadsheet. For my debt, I'm not going to go too much in detail about that. If you are very interested and want a detailed overview, please go ahead and review my November's debt update so you can see that progress. But long story short, I did budget the $1,400 and I did pay $1,400 towards my debt. Now this is my expenses remaining check-in portion of this spreadsheet. I am not going to go through all of these categories. However, I just wanted to point out some changes that I will be making for December. My sister's birthday fund and my daughter's school trip will not be in my December expenses categories because my sister's birthday is over. So at $7.50, I'll probably just roll over into a buffer. And my daughter's school trip is paid for. Last but not least, I want to review my income summary. And so this will just show what I budgeted versus what I actually did with my money. For my income category, there was no difference in any money because what I budgeted was what I actually brought in. So for my bills, I budgeted $2,106, but my actual bills came under that amount for $2,004.57, which is a difference of $101.43. For my expenses, what I budgeted is what I allocated to those funds. For my savings, I budgeted $315, but I was actually able to save $365, which is the difference of $50. And for my debt, I did budget and spend $1,400. So what I had left over was supposed to be $50, but it ended up coming up to $101.43, which was a difference of $51.43. So as you can see, this is not a zero-based budget. I tried to do a zero-based budget, but it just doesn't really always truly work, and that's okay. I'm going to continue to try, but I would rather have more money than not have enough money. That's all I have for this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.